My name is Effin Wu and come from DC, Northeast really. I first realized I was a creative person when I was really little. I couldn't really tell what I wanted to do when I grew up. Or I never had anything set like the way other people would. It was just I knew I didn't want to do something that felt too conforming or too uniform or the same every day, repetition. I knew that whatever I did when I grew up, I wanted it to be something very abstract. So I don't know, I'll say I started honestly I would take my sister's iPod Shuffle, the little one that only had buttons on the screen, and I would just I would take that junk and I would just listen to different songs and stuff, and that's how I was discovering music. And then I don't even know when, but I just started writing it in little notepads, or if I had I don't know, if I had whatever type of little Android phone I had back then, writing it in the notes app on there, or just any little random notepad, even if it was a couple lines or whatever, just thinking okay, yeah, I'ma write this here so I don't forget it, and coming up with different melodies, probably around the time I'm 9 or 10. And yeah, but I'll say it was kind of always there. I always knew that I wanted to be some type of star or some type of something in the spotlight. Even acting, I used to do a lot of theater type stuff, so it was something. But I knew I wanted to do something creative, I would say, until I could as early as I could think about what I wanted to do. When I grew up, I was thinking something in a creative way, or in the creative world. If I could speak to my younger self when I first started creating, I would probably say, see, that's a tricky thing, because it's I know that everything that happened, it happened for a reason, and I had to go through. But honestly, I would probably just say the same stuff I tell myself now is be consistent and just don't quit. Because when I first started making music or whatever, or I took a lot of breaks in between actually being active dropping music, or active doing creative things. And I'll say early on, it was partially because I was I guess too nervous to really show that side of myself, because nobody really knew me. In my head, I knew I always wanted to do music, but nobody really knew me as the person who does music. So it's sometimes it's hard to go through that switch kinda and be seen as the artist side, and actually being taken serious in that way. So it's when I was starting, it came with a lot of nerves. So I'll say, just to be if I could tell myself something back then, I'd say just be consistent and try to shake off the nerves a little early, because it'll help you get so much far ahead. Because I kind of held myself back with that in the beginning. Yeah. Say my art could change one thing in the world, I would want it to change what people see as professional, or professional. Because I feel there's a lot of norms, I guess, that I try to break with certain things that I do, like, I don't know, even just like sometimes I feel like in the way that I try to like dress or in the way that I try to like perform, because like I'll usually be performing like rap songs with like a band or something, and like a lot of norms that I try to break, and I feel like that stems from like in my real life how like I've had to be at certain jobs and like do stuff a certain way just because like somebody else I guess deemed it like professional or like the right way to do it. So kind of just breaking that thing of like there is no like right way to do something. Like if it's a way that you want to do it and you feel like you can execute it that way and you believe in how you're doing it, then that's the right way. So making it like there is no such thing as like the right way, I guess, you know.